up, y'all? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is a different version of Continue or Not. So if you know about the show, Continue or Not is a series I created where I let you guys know, am I going to continue watching a series after looking at the first couple of episodes or reading the first couple chapters of a book or a manga series? Or am I going to put it on my nah list and act like it doesn't exist? So this will be a different version. It will be a movie review of Hilda the Mountain King. I did do a couple of reviews for the actual series, the second season of Hilda. And what I will say is I actually really enjoyed the movie. I'm not sure if the movie is the end of the animated series, but it is the end of the actual comic book made by the author. But let's get into this spoiler review. So I don't want nobody to be in the comments talking about you spoiled it. I'm telling you, it's a spoiler review. So let's get into it, y'all. So this review might be all over the place, but I really just want to talk about the movie. I just want to talk about the movie. So it opens up with, if you watch season 2, where Hilda is now turned into a troll and the troll baby Baba is now turned into a human. And what I found very interesting was the different parallels between the troll mother dealing with Hilda and Joanna dealing with Baba. You can clearly see that neither one of them are the greatest parents in the world, but both are trying to, both are doing what they think is right for their child. We come to find out that the troll mother switched Baba and Hilda because she felt like Hilda could handle being a troll more than Baba could handle being a troll, which in that regard is selfish, to think that you know more than the person itself and not give them the chance to have that decision. But from the troll mother's perspective, Hilda wants to be free. She wants to be an adventurer. And that's really what trolls are all about. They do what they want, when they want, how they want, and they spend their days doing adventures. Whereas you're a human, you go to school, you go to work, and you just do the normal things humans do to live in society. I still think it was unfair for the troll mother to switch them. But I thought it was interesting seeing how Hilda went from being afraid of the troll mother to starting to appreciate and respect her choices, which gave her an appreciation and more respect for Joanna. So in all regards, this situation had to happen for Hilda to understand her mother and her mother to understand Hilda. I was happy to see Frida and David. The only downside I would say out of this movie is there wasn't a lot of like witch magic. We end up finding out that witch magic and troll magic don't mix, but I would have loved to see Frida showcase more of her magic and see the witches council get involved. I felt so bad for Joanna throughout this whole entire movie. You know, she's trying to do what is right by searching and finding her daughter Hilda, but all the while the town is going into disarray because we start to notice that trolls are getting closer and closer to the town. I was happy they actually touched upon why the trolls were getting closer and closer to the town. We end up finding out that there was a troll mother, and we find out her part and her role that she plays. We also end up finding out that not all trolls are bad, which we knew if you watched the actual series, just like there are good people and bad people. But I was happy to see all the different characters play a part and a role in the movie. We got to see the witches, even though it was brief, but we also got to see all the other different creatures that are all throughout Hilda. I just think it was interesting seeing how the adults handled the situations of a possible invasion from said trolls versus the kids. And you often see, I think the movie did a good job showcasing how important it is to show tolerance and understanding to a child, because there were many children who just took on their parents' hatred and disgust of trolls, whereas you saw other kids who were like, well, we don't really know what the trolls want, so I'm not going to hate them. I thought that was an important message. All in all, I just really enjoyed the movie. I love seeing Alfred. I love seeing Hilda, Twig, David, Frida. I was happy that my perception of Eldridge or Allberg changed, and my perception of the safety patrol. I thought it was a very interesting way to show how the bells actually affect the trolls. I don't think we often understand why they're so affected. But because Hilda is a troll, we now get to see the perspective of the trolls. We get to hear their voices. We get to understand how they feel about humans in general. There are some trolls that don't want anything to do with humans, in the sense of humans have their town, we have the mountains. Where there are other trolls that are like, nah, F that. We are trolls. We own this area. We were here first. And I also think that's an important message to show children, that there are in many situations, people were here before you. So you need to respect and honor that land, so that we all can we can all live in a symbiotic relationship. Or at least if it can't be symbiotic, we can be respectful to one another. I enjoyed the movie. I don't know how many times I can say that. I just think it was a really good, end of the series. I don't know if this is the end of the series. I tried to do research, and I've read several conflicting articles where one said that Hilda and the Mountain King is the end of the actual comic series, but they will be tying in. It might not be the end of the actual series. Like, there might be other tie-ins, because there is a myriad of stories that the author has created with Hilda as the main character. And I would love to see all those other stories. There's something about Norwegian folklore that just seems whimsical. And I think the author and the actual series does a wonderful job making the whimsical part of Hilda feel normal. Like it feels whimsical, but it feels like it's a part of, like, this is their world and this stuff is here and everybody knows about it, but no one's really like afraid of it. They're just cautious. Again, I wish we could have had more of the witches. I just feel like there's such an interesting bunch of like women that they would play a wonderful part in the story. I don't know if there's more stories about the witches, but I'm going to take it upon myself to do further research. I might even like purchase a couple of books of the comics. But I think you should check it out. I definitely think you should if you have time. I know Christmas break is over. The new year is here, and Happy New Year. But if you do have time to watch Hilda, the actual like animated series, season 1 and 2 in the movie, I think you would enjoy it. It's a very well thought out story. And it seems that the studio, which is Netflix, stayed true to the source material of Hilda. And that's always a bonus in my book, when a studio can respect an artist's source material. Like, I hate watching series that don't do that. IDKY, I couldn't get the word series out, yo. But let me know what y'all thought. Have you seen Hilda? Have you seen the movie? Did you enjoy the movie? Did you not like the movie? All in all, again, I think it was a good movie. But remember to be bravely authentic, y'all. And again, drop down in them comments below. Deuces.